Creator and history.
This video introduced Lu Xun, whose original name was Zhou Shuren, was a prominent Chinese writer and intellectual of the 20th century.
Lu Xun, whose original name was Zhou Shuren, was a prominent Chinese writer and intellectual of the 20th century. He is considered one of the most influential figures in modern Chinese literature and is often referred to as the father of modern Chinese literature. Lu Xun's works played a pivotal role in shaping the literary and cultural landscape of China during a period of significant political and social change. Here's a more detailed account of his life, works, achievements, and some of his best-known books. Early life 1881 to 1898. Lu Xun was born on September 25, 1881, in Shaoxing, Zhejiang Province, China. He came from a relatively affluent and educated family. Education 1898 to 1902. He received a traditional Confucian education during his early years and later studied at Jiangnan Naval Academy. Transformation 1902 to 1909. Lu Xun's views and beliefs underwent a significant transformation during his time in Japan, where he was exposed to Western literature and progressive ideas. Medical career 1909 to 1927.
Lu Xun worked as a doctor for much of his life, which exposed him to the suffering of ordinary people and influenced his later writings.
Literary career.
Lu Xun made his literary debut with the short story, A Madman's Diary, which is often considered the first work of modern Chinese literature.
This story criticized traditional Confucian values and explored themes of madness and societal decay. Many of Lu Xun's works were biting satires that exposed the flaws and corruption in Chinese society, especially during the late Qing dynasty and early Republican era.
In addition to fiction, Lu Xun also wrote essays and prose pieces that commented on Chinese culture, politics, and society.
His essays, like Medicine, remain influential. Lu Xun's life and achievements. Lu Xun was politically active and a member of the League of Left-Wing Writers. He was deeply concerned about the political turmoil and social issues in China during his time. Lu Xun was a strong advocate for anti-imperialism and was critical of foreign powers' influence in China during the early 20th century. His writings are frequently studied in Chinese schools, and Lu Xun is considered an important literary figure in the curriculum. Lu Xun co-founded and was involved in several literary societies and organizations, including the Creation Society, which aimed to promote modern literature. Lu Xun's writings played a pivotal role in promoting a new literary and cultural movement in China that sought to break away from traditional Confucianism and promote social reform. He is credited with revolutionizing Chinese literature by adopting vernacular Chinese in his writings, making literature more accessible to the common people. Lu Xun's works had a profound impact on the intellectual and political discourse of his time and continue to be studied and revered in modern China. Best-known works. A Madman's Diary. This is arguably his most famous work, symbolizing his break from traditional Chinese literary forms. The True Story of Aq, the satirical novella, explores the character of Aq, a self-deceiving everyman, to critique the weaknesses of Chinese society. Diary of a Madman and Other Stories, a collection of short stories that includes A Madman's Diary and other influential works. Call to Arms, a collection of short stories and essays that reflect his deep concern for the fate of China and its people. Key works and contributions. The New Year's Sacrifice. This short story is known for its poignant portrayal of a woman's struggles in a patriarchal society and her ultimate sacrifice. Kung Yiji, a short story that explores the tragic life of a lowly servant in a tea house, highlighting issues of class and social injustice. Wandering. This essay reflects on Lu Xun's own inner struggles and sense of aimlessness, mirroring the disillusionment felt by many in his generation. In Memory of Ms. Liu Hezhen, an elegy for a female student who died. This work emphasizes the importance of education and the tragedies of early deaths. Translation work. Lu Xun also made significant contributions to translating Western literary works into Chinese, introducing the works of authors like Tolstoy and Gogol to Chinese readers. Influence and impact. Literary modernization. Lu Xun played a crucial role in the literary modernization of China. He advocated for the use of vernacular Chinese Baihua in literature, which made literature more accessible to a broader audience and helped break away from classical forms. Social critique. His works often delved into the darker aspects of Chinese society, including corruption, superstition, and oppression. This critical approach to societal issues encouraged introspection and reform. Intellectual catalyst. Lu Xun's writings ignited discussions among intellectuals and society at large about the need for social and political change, contributing to the broader intellectual ferment of the time. Symbol of resistance. He is seen as a symbol of resistance against authoritarian and oppression, and his works continue to inspire those advocating for social justice and human rights in China. Posthumous recognition. Lu Xun Prize. The Lu Xun Literature Prize is one of the most prestigious literary awards in China, named in his honor, and awarded to contemporary Chinese writers for their outstanding contributions to literature. Cultural celebrations. Lu Xun's birthday, September 25th, is celebrated in China as Chinese Language Day to honor his contributions to the modernization of the Chinese language. Cultural and educational institution. Numerous institutions, libraries, and museums are dedicated to preserving his legacy and promoting the study of his works. International recognition. Lu Xun's influence extends beyond China, and his works have been translated into many languages, contributing to the global appreciation of Chinese literature. He is regarded as one of the most important literary figures of the 20th century, not only in China but also in the broader context of world literature.